It is shameful, it is disturbing, and our hearts go out to the trans community as they are under attack right now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh, political Muslims, liberal Muslims in America, what are you going to do now, huh? Trans person commits an unspeakable act of terror in Nashville, and now the liberal establishment is coming out in defense of the trans community because they're under attack and they don't want all trans people to be blamed for what this psycho killer did. Does that look familiar? It should, because you all did that. Anytime some psycho lunatic Muslim would go on a rampage and commit an act of terror, you all would go on a PR offensive talking about how Muslims are under attack, and you'd get the liberal establishment to come out and make statements condemning Islamophobia and defending Muslims. So now the same pattern plays out when a trans person goes berserk. They're using the same thing you did. This is how identity politics mutates. This is what happens when you prioritize narrative over facts and social credit over truth. Because look, there's no parity between the Muslim community and the trans community, but you all tried to make there be one. There's no comparison between the ratios of criminality within the trans community and within the Muslim community. The percentage of Muslims who are off the rails, radical, violent extremists is minuscule, but you could literally have a podcast dedicated to crimes committed by trans people, upload twice a week and never run out of content. I mean, mental illness is astronomically high in that population. But you decided to play this game with the liberals because you thought it would give you leverage. You decided to liken Muslims, the Ummah, to other so-called marginalized communities participating in the liberal game of identity politics because you thought that you could parlay that into social credit. But do you see how dysfunctional that is? How controlling the narrative does nothing but subvert authentic interaction and honesty? It's manipulative. It's using people's values against them. It's using their values to blackmail them into saying what you want them to say or to not say what you don't want them to say, and never addressing how they really feel. It's PR spin instead of da'wah. Now, because you joined that team, now you're going to have to come out and defend trans people against the atrocious inhumanity of transphobia while children have been murdered. You locked yourselves into this trap. The whole time you thought you were gaining leverage, you were being leveraged. The whole time you thought you were accruing social credit, you were accruing social debt. And the liberals are going to want to collect. Jazakumullahu khairan wa assalamu alaikum.